The Crossbow Master is one of the most popular tier 5s in the game and is a solid option for mid-game DPS, but what Crosspath you should be getting is what we're covering today. To start, the 005 Crossbow Master shoots a bolt every 0.16 seconds that do 6 damage and have 10 pierce. On top of this, the bolts can pop leads and gain the ability to crit. Crits happen every 4 to 8 attacks, and they boost that bolt's damage up to 50, and since this guy has a high attack speed, this is pretty consistent damage. Now upgrading this guy to a 205 increases his pierce from 10 all the way to 23. This 130% increase in pierce is crazy strong and allows it to handle rounds like 63 and 78 much easier, especially when put on a straight line to use as much of its pierce as possible. Compare this to the 025, which increases its attack speed by 50%. This makes its crits extremely reliable and gives it much better single target damage, allowing it to pop ZOMGs all by itself on easier maps. Because of this, the 025 is the preferred crosspath as it outperforms the 205 in most scenarios, with the exception being on rounds with super dense packs of balloons. But even that makes the 025 the better choice. You see, the Crossbow Master is a mid-game carry that really falls off in the 80s and 90s when the Super Ceramics and DDT start coming out. And this just so happens to be when the rounds are dense enough for the 205 to perform better. At this point, you should be pivoting to a different tier 5 tower to handle the later rounds, meaning the 205 doesn't really have a place in your typical game. So even though the 205 has a higher damage ceiling, the 025 is usually the better choice. Why do monkeys love bananas? Because they have appeal.